Okay, so I need to start by saying I almost didn't post this. I genuinely sat on this for a few days because I didn't want to be one of those people who's like, I transformed my entire life in a week. Wow. Here's how. Because usually that content is either selling you something or it's just not realistic for normal people. But this is different. Nothing I'm about to tell you costs money. None of it takes more than 20 minutes of your day. And I'm sharing it because I genuinely wish someone had told me this stuff sooner, because I spent so long thinking I just naturally looked tired and puffy and kind of dull. And it turns out I was just doing a bunch of small things wrong every single day without even realizing it. So what happened is I gave myself a little challenge. 7 days, 7 changes, no products, no extreme diet, nothing dramatic. And by day 4, I was standing in my bathroom mirror just staring at myself like, who actually is that? My face looked more defined, my eyes looked more open, my skin looked more awake. Not like a different person in a fake way, just like the best version of my actual face. And I want that for you too. So let's get into it. Face depuffing. The first thing I changed was how I start my morning, and specifically what I do before I even get out of bed. Because most of us wake up, check our phone for 20 minutes, then roll out of bed looking absolutely puffy and half dead, and just accept that as our face. But here's the thing, that puffiness is not permanent. It's fluid. Your body redistributes fluid while you sleep, and a lot of it ends up sitting in your face, especially around your eyes, your jaw, and your cheeks, and it just stays there if you don't do anything about it. What I started doing is lymphatic drainage tapping, which sounds very fancy and medical, but I promise you it's not. You're literally just tapping your face with your fingers. You start at your temples and tap gently but firmly. Move down along your cheekbones, then along your jawline, and then drag your fingers slowly down the sides of your neck. You're basically creating a path for that fluid to drain away from your face. Do the whole sequence twice. It takes 2 minutes. You can do it while you're still lying in bed, and you don't need a single product. Within 3 or 4 days of doing this consistently every morning, your face will start looking noticeably more defined. Your jaw comes back, your cheekbones show up. It's not magic. It's just basic anatomy that nobody explains to us. Leg elevation. The second thing sounds so ridiculous that I almost didn't include it because I was worried you wouldn't take the rest of the video seriously. But please hear me out, because this one actually changed my mornings more than anything else. Before you go to sleep, like 15 minutes before you actually get into bed, lay down on your floor and put your legs straight up the wall. Just prop them up, get comfortable, go on your phone, watch something, whatever. Just stay there for 15 minutes. Here's why this works. We spend all day on our feet or sitting down, and gravity pulls fluid down into our lower body, into our legs, our ankles, sometimes our feet. And when you lie flat to sleep, that fluid has nowhere specific to go, so some of it ends up redistributing into your face overnight. When you elevate your legs before bed, you're basically using gravity to drain all of that fluid out of your legs before you sleep, so your body isn't dealing with it while you're lying down. I started doing this, and the difference in how my face looked in the morning was honestly embarrassing. Like, why did nobody tell me this was a thing? My face was genuinely less puffy, my legs felt lighter, and I actually slept better too. 15 minutes. Floor. Legs on the wall. It costs you nothing. Okay, third thing, and I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, here we go, she's going to tell me to walk more. Amazing advice. Never heard that before. But I need you to understand that this is not about steps or exercise or burning anything. This is specifically about going outside within the first hour of waking up and getting natural light on your face for at least 20 minutes. That's the specific thing. And the reason it matters so much is because of cortisol. Cortisol is your stress hormone, and it has a natural curve throughout the day. It should be highest in the morning to wake you up and then gradually come down. But when our mornings are chaotic, or we wake up and immediately go on our phones and stress about things, that cortisol curve gets messed up and stays elevated for too long. And chronically high cortisol causes inflammation in your body, which shows up in your face as puffiness, dullness, and skin that just looks stressed out and tired even when you're not. Natural morning light is literally one of the most powerful things you can do to reset that hormone and get your body working the way it's supposed to. You will feel calmer during the day, you will sleep better at night, and because your inflammation goes down, your face will start to look less puffy and more even over the course of the week. I look absolutely unhinged on these walks. By the way, hair in a claw clip, no makeup, oversized hoodie, and I do not care one bit because the results are real. Facial ice. Fourth thing, ice. And before you say you already know about this one, I want to talk about technique because I was doing this completely wrong for months and getting barely any results. Cold on your face causes your blood vessels to contract, which forces fluid and inflammation out of the tissue and makes everything look tighter and more sculpted. But the direction you move the ice matters so much, and most people just rub it around randomly and wonder why it's not doing much. Always move upward. Always. Start at your chin and work up toward your cheekbones, then from your nose out toward your ears, then from your forehead up toward your hairline. Never drag downward because you're fighting gravity and pulling the skin the wrong way. For under your eyes specifically, and this is really important, do not drag at all. The skin there is so thin and delicate. Just tap. Gentle little taps along the under eye area and across the brow bone. I use a frozen spoon because I don't own an ice globe and I'm not about to spend money on one, and it genuinely works exactly the same. 3 minutes every morning after you're tapping, and your face will look like you've had 8 hours of sleep and a really good day. It's one of those things where you do it and then catch yourself in the mirror 20 minutes later and go, oh, okay, that actually did something. Brow depuffing. Okay, this next one is the tip I feel like is the most underrated, and I get a little frustrated that nobody talks about it because it makes such a visible difference. Your brow bone. Specifically, the puffiness that sits right underneath your brow bone and makes your whole eye area look heavy and droopy and tired. When that area is puffy, your eyes look smaller, they look more closed, your whole face reads as exhausted even if you're completely fine. What you do is take your index finger and your middle finger together and press them firmly right underneath the brow bone, the actual bone, not the eyebrow hair. You want to feel the ridge of bone under there and apply upward pressure. Steady, held pressure, not rubbing, just pressing upward and holding for about 5 seconds. Then, shift your fingers along and do the next section. Go all the way across from the inner corner to the outer corner of each brow. Then, finish with a gentle pinch and lift along the actual brow itself. It takes 90 seconds, and the difference is visible immediately. Your eye area opens up, you look more awake, more alert, more like yourself on a good day. People will ask if you slept well. You can say yes. You don't have to tell them it was just your fingers and a YouTube rabbit hole at midnight. Food and timing. All right, and this is the one I personally found the hardest, so I want to be honest about that. Stop eating 3 hours before you go to sleep. I know, I am a night person. I do my best thinking at night, I watch my shows at night, and apparently I also eat most of my food at night, so cutting that off was a real adjustment. But here's why it matters so much for the way your face looks specifically. When you eat late at night, your body releases insulin at a time when it's supposed to be low and winding down. That insulin spike at the wrong time causes your kidneys to hold on to sodium, like actually signals them to retain it, and sodium makes your body hold water. And that water retention shows up in your face overnight while you're sleeping, and you wake up puffy and bloated looking, and spend the whole morning wondering why you look like that. When you stop eating 3 hours before bed, your insulin is already settled by the time you lie down. Your kidneys release sodium normally, and you wake up with so much less puffiness. You will actually see your jaw in the morning. Herbal tea in the evenings genuinely helps with the hunger and also helps you sleep. Try it for just 3 days and look at your face in the morning. You'll understand immediately why I'm making such a big deal out of this. And the last thing, and if you only take one thing from this entire video, make it this one. Cut your sugar down as much as you possibly can this week. Now I need to be really upfront about what the first few days of this are going to feel like because nobody warned me and I thought I was getting sick. Days 1 through 3 of cutting sugar are rough. You will probably feel foggy and a bit slow mentally. You might get a headache. You will be irritable in a way that feels completely disproportionate to whatever is actually happening. That is withdrawal. That is your body adjusting to not having something it became dependent on. And I think it's important to know that going in, so you don't give up on day 2 thinking it's not working, because that discomfort is actually the proof that it was affecting you more than you realized. Because here's what sugar is doing to your face on an ongoing basis. It causes something called glycation, which is basically where sugar molecules attach to your collagen and break it down. It ages your skin from the inside. It drives inflammation throughout your whole body, which shows up as puffiness, redness, and dullness. By day 6 or 7, your skin tone is more even, the redness calms down, the puffiness reduces. My mom looked at me on day 7 and said, "Have you done something to your face? You look really well." And I said, "No, Mom, I just stopped eating sugar at 11 p.m. and apparently that's a transformation." She didn't believe me, but it's true. And that is everything. I really hope this was helpful and not just another video that you watch and forget about, because these things actually work, and I want you to feel that difference for yourself. I am so sure that if you try even half of these consistently, you are going to see real results, like actually look in the mirror and notice a difference, and that feeling is so worth it. Anyway, that's all from me for today. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. It means a lot, honestly. I will see you in the next one. Bye!